Welcome back, guys. Well, we got the axles back. We're going to get those axles in, see what it's going to take to do this 4th gen LS type brake going to an LT. So I went ahead, if you guys didn't watch the last video, took it to a shop and they went ahead, removed the old bearings, put the new bearings on with a new backing plate for the LT brakes, if you will, for the 93, the 97. So that way we can fit our 15-inch wheels. So in today's video, we got the axles back. We're going to go through what it's going to take to get this thing back rolling. All right, so here's the axles. Put them all in. Let's get out of the light here. You can see. And you can see this is the strange backing plate here. So I'll show you that more in a minute. They went ahead, pressed on the new bearings after they cut the old ones off. So we're ready to go ahead and put this 35 spline S60 axle in, bolt it up. Go ahead, let's do it. Let's insert the shaft. This monster, heavy ass shaft. Oh, there we go. Well, that went in there. And there's the bracket. Kind of sits in there like that. And then we just bolt it down. Very similar. So let me show you guys. This is the specialty strange bracket here. Okay, that's for the calipers. Bam. Okay. So you can kind of see how much is right. I guess all this is right. We'll see, guys. We'll see how the spacing is on the brakes and stuff. But I got that shoved in there. And I think we're good. And then this bracket actually on the other side has an indentation where that bearing sits in. So it kind of gets in there, and that's actually clocked a little bit, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, we put our bolts, our housing bolts back through, and that's how we bolt this back on. These go from the back side of the housing like so. Get down yet. Let's just get it kind of. And that, my friends, is the axle installed. And it feels good. No binding. Nice and smooth. All right. So I had to pause this for about a week. Had to go out of town. Back at it. So basically, one of the problems I found with this S60 and the way they mount the panhard bar on this bracket here is basically I had to clearance or cut out this part here, basically angle this so this caliper would actually clear. So fortunately, I had to cut that, but this thing is a super beefy piece. Shouldn't be no problem there. The next thing we're going to do basically is we'll go ahead and put this rotor on. And then what I'll do is I'll put a couple of, go ahead and put a couple of nuts on it, mount a caliper, and then what I think we're going to have to do, you typically have to shim this. So because once you get it on there, basically, once you get it on there, you got to center the pads on the rotor. All right, that's way off. All right, so here's kind of this is the shim kit here that I bought a while back. And then I also have some washers. All right. Here we go, got it. So I have to playing around and reinstalling about 5 times. Get some more light in here for you. So basically, I just got that going, and then one small one, if you can see it in there. All right, so I got the red Loctite on the bottom bolt. I'll torque it down. There we go. And I did forget to show you guys me installing pads, the new power stop pads in these calipers, but I mean, it's installing pads, you clip them in. The one with the clip, there's a little small wire clip on one of them that goes towards the piston, but other than that, they just snap in. And there we go. This rotor and caliper is complete. Whew. Okay, now we'll test it. Oh yeah, look at that. Equal. That's beautiful. All right. So the next thing we've got is this brake line that I bought here. We're gonna see how this is all gonna roll. I might have to. Brake line is running on this side because the LS brakes were on this side of the rotor. So I might have to bend that and run it back here. So I went ahead, I rerouted the line back over here. You see it kind of coming through and it's kind of sticking out right there. All right, and we got a little copper washer and we got the banjo bolt. It's got the little hole in it there. That's gonna go on this end and it just bolts to the caliper. But now we got the line. Said I gotta secure it. Then I've got parking cable. Looks like it works on the LS, the same thing as the LT. It's got this little hook here. And then this is the little arm here, so I just got to adjust it where I can hook this on there, and then I don't think these lug nuts are the right size, to be honest with you. All right, guys, let me catch you up here. How to do a couple things. So, wanted to catch you up. Basically, where I left off, I think, was I got the rotor on. I went ahead, shimmed it. That was all good. And off camera, I went ahead and tried the tire and realized that the studs were too short. So, I'll give you an example here. What we were looking at before, these are the strange screw-in studs. They go in the axle. They basically bolt into the threaded axle there. But unfortunately, those are metric 12s, and they didn't have the longer version of the metric. So I went ahead and upgraded to the 1/2 inch by 20 studs, and I got 3 inches. So the other ones were 50 millimeters, which is just under 2 inches. So I went ahead, picked up some ARP. I see these right here. And you can see here, super strong material. These are the good stuff. So we ain't got to worry about breaking any studs or anything like that. We shouldn't. So in order to do that, I had to take everything back apart, pull out the axle, and then unscrew the studs and screw these back in, put a little bit of red Loctite in it. And now we're back to where we started. So that's kind of catching you up. I think that's pretty much it. Now we're going to go ahead and try to get this tire on. Hopefully these studs are long enough. I am using a 1/2 inch. They recommend a 1/2 inch plate here, spacer. So we are going to be using this. This has been used by a bunch of folks I know with 3rd gens that run these all day long. So I know they're pretty safe, and it's the same thing they run on these wheels, on these type of wheels with the offset. So that's going to give me a little bit more space here. And also probably one of the main reasons why I needed to lengthen these as well. So there's that. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and get these, see if this tire will fit. These things are so damn light. It's so awesome to put tires on that's light. At least the wheels are light anyway. So go ahead, pull these up, pull them up, slide them on, like so. Now, Billet Specialty also provides these nice lug nuts here that go on it. And basically they go inside the hole and help center the wheel on it. We got the stud issue worked out. So this is gonna be about it, except for bleeding the lines, bleeding the brake lines, and adjusting the emergency brake cable. These look like they clear. It looks like it's got about 1/8 of an inch. So good news is I don't even think I've got to ground them, and we should be all set. So I just want to give you a quick little rundown, as I don't know if I showed it to you, but this is really it. I just pulled the axle back out, and what's cool about the Strange S60 rear and the Strange axles, they actually, I was thinking I had to, for the M12, re-drill these and tap them, but luckily they provide a whole nother set of 1/2 inch tapped threads. So there you go. Just take out the other ones, put the other one in a new bolt pattern, or the same bolt pattern, but it's in a different set of holes here, and we're good to go. All right, got it on the ground. Got the wheels on, tires are on. We're gonna put it on the ground now. See what's up. All right, boys and girls, she's on. She's on. I can't tell you how long. Well, it really didn't take that long, but I've been traveling and I'm just all kinds of stuff. But I ain't making no excuses. We finally got the stuff on here. Of course, we got the street tires. I got the 18s all cleaned up. Went ahead and cleaned the barrels of them and everything. But let's go ahead and take a look. Look at this thing, boy. Look at that. Look at that tuck. Damn, boy. Boy, this thing is killer with the drag back. Damn. Look at that. It turned out nice. Got the new early 4th gen brakes on, and they cleared actually. So I got them to clear, so we're all good there. Really close, maybe 1/4 of an inch, but she clears. So that's good. And you can see this Billet Specialty light, this street light, Billet Specialty street lights. And I got the custom gold painted, as you've seen in my other videos. Matches, I had to custom match my US mag wheels there. Man, she's looking pretty, boy. Look at this, look, 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 look. Oh my goodness, some skinnies up front, boy. I'll put the specs in the description, but guys, this thing turned out phenomenal. I just got back and cleaned it off. This ceramic coat is still good. Look at this, just phenomenal stance. Of course, I got it aired down, so for you guys that don't know, this car's on airbags. So when I drive it high. Not that kind of high, but you know the high I mean. Oh boy. I just can't get enough of it, man. A lot of work. And so I had big plans for the next video. Of course, I'm gonna be in Carlisle for the GM Nationals. It's the 40th anniversary, and I'm gonna do another video of that. All right, let's fire it up.